brother Roy started a cartoon studio in the back rooms of a small real estate office in Hollywood, California. This was the small beginning of a family entertainment company that would create unforgettable stories, characters that become beloved friends, wondrous experiences, and music that has become the soundtrack of our lives. That young man was Walt Disney, a master storyteller whose imagination knew no bounds and who delighted in making the impossible possible. Disney100 The Exhibition is a journey through 100 years of Disney magic, presented in themed galleries based on Walt Disney's creative concepts and philosophies. These include storytelling, creating believable characters, the spirit of adventure and discovery, the magic of sound and music, the world around us, real and imagined, curiosity, imagination, and technological innovation, the worldwide wonder of the Disney parks, and an everlasting sense of optimism about the future. Walt Disney famously said that it was all started by a mouse, but it really was all started by Walt himself. His philosophies became the foundation of the Walt Disney Company. They still inspire Disney's artists, filmmakers, Imagineers, and the storytellers of today.
Oh boy! Oh, steady! Whoa! Hi, Mouseketeers! Well, here we go again, so hang on. Anything goes. You ready? And let the show begin! Here's my pal Walt to tell you how the magic is made.
There's a lot of satisfaction in developing ideas into reality. When we consider a new project, we really study it. Not just the surface idea, but everything about it. And when we go into that new project, we believe in it all the way. We have confidence in our ability to do it right, and we work hard to do the best possible job. There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Everybody ready? Then on with the show!
So you've guessed it. We're at the Disney exhibit just north of Chicago, and we're going to take you through the exhibition here in the exhibition hall. It doesn't have much more time left here, but being the Disney fans that we are, thought, well, let's check this out, okay? So here we go. So what you're seeing is when you first walk in, they're talking about, Walt Disney as a young man and the early years and everything. After the war, Walt briefly worked as a cartoonist, and he had other fellow artist friends that came together, and it was in 1922 Walt incorporated Laugh-O-Gram Films. However, a year later, developing a pilot for the Alice Comedies cartoon series, and while Laugh-O-Gram faltered, Walt never did give up. And it was back in 1923 when Walt joined his brother Roy in Hollywood, signing a contract to produce the Alice Comedies and launching the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio, which, as we all know now, is Walt Disney. Okay, what we're seeing here is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, one of the first things that Walt Disney actually did in short films. What we're looking at is the information on Mickey and Minnie Mouse of how things began for Walt Disney, and as I turn here, you're going to see this next thing is the story script for Steamboat Willie back in 1928, which is right here. And Walt is Got everything scene 1 and scene 2. So pretty cool what he's got going here and what he did. And the vision that he had as well. Wow. Here's something for you guys to look at. Check this out. Pinocchio as a wooden puppet. This was used as the animator's model back in 1940. And then you got to dress Pinocchio, right? All right, so I'll make my way over here. Check this out. And here is the costume for Pinocchio. It was used for live action reference filming. Wow. So if you're a fan of Pinocchio, this is pretty cool to see. Next thing I'm going to show you, if you're a fan of Sleeping Beauty, check it out. It's the prop storybook. 1959 when they used this for Sleeping Beauty. All right, so the next thing we're going to show you here, go ahead. Debbie's walking in front here. Debbie's going to do this. This is for Sleeping Beauty. Take note. She's going to turn the page of the book, and then look at that. As she turns the pages of the book down here, all of a sudden, in front of you, and it matches. Very cool. She flips the page again, and there we go. Ha! Well, I was supposed to say they lived happily ever after, but Deb turned the page and got nothing there. There it is. Ta-da! Aww. As my wife would say, that's so special. This picture we're looking at of Sleeping Beauty was done back in 1959, and Mark Davis was the artist. He used colored pencil, graphite, and markers on a piece of paper to come up with Sleeping Beauty. Next thing we're moving on to here, we see that it's Alice in Wonderland, done in 1951. David Hall was the artist, and here's the one of the original paintings, or I shouldn't say painting, drawing of Alice in Wonderland. What you're looking at, obviously, is Cinderella and the glass slipper, in which Debbie has decided that before we leave, she wants to try it on. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. And does Dr. Scholl's fit inside that, I wonder, Deb? Check this out, you guys. This is from Mary Poppins, the snow globe. I hope you can see it. You see? Look at him flying. Debbie wants it. First a glass slipper, now this. Don't think it's going to happen, but it's pretty cool to see. I will admit, you guys, this is pretty cool. We're still going through here, but when we first came in, and the direction I'm showing you, this is the way we just went around the room here. And like I said, we're not done yet on this exhibit. However, we're coming up to the more, I want to say, modern Walt Disney films that have been released. But first, we gotta go visit, of course. Oops, wrong way, Dennis. There we go. Winnie the Pooh. Told you we were gonna visit Winnie the Pooh. This is a stand-in that they use for live action on Winnie the Pooh. And it says here that it was in 2018. I don't know why. Did they come out with it in 2018 as far as this version? It looks a lot older than you know, just a few years ago, I'll tell you that. All right, what you're looking at now is from Beauty and the Beast. Obviously the drawing for the production of the animation. And then when I turn to my right, what do we have here? Oh yeah, there you go, Cogsworth. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? I don't remember him being so real in the movie. Next thing we're looking at is actually the animator's model shop. For example, like this right here, it's Goofy, How to Swim, back in 1942. Then you have Pocahontas. I'm not going to go through all of them, but give you an idea of what we have here. Bernard. Here's Remy. This is going to be hard because of the line in between here, but there's Remy. We like that ride at Disney World, by the way. Gaston. Right there he is. And if you watched our video before, here's Jiminy Cricket. So my question is on Jiminy Cricket, again, he sounds like he's from Jersey when we're doing the Dumbo ride. And he's talking, and it's like, Jiminy from Jersey? Oh, here's Tow Mater. Yes. And then here's Carl from the movie Up, Up. Here's something that's making me feel old. The Little Mermaid. And in front of me is the story sketch of 1989. Wow. Then we come over here, rough animation of Ariel herself. OMG, it's a Dinglehopper. And beside it, the Spyglass. When you move into the next room, we're coming into Spirit, Adventure, and Discovery. And in front of us, right off the bat, when you come in here, Captain Barbossa's Pirates of the Caribbean uniform. Of course, one day or 1 minute he's friends with Jack Sparrow, and the next he's not. We move over here and we come up to the prop. Ship in a Bottle. Okay. And this was for used, or excuse me, that was used on the Stranger Tides back in 2011. No sign of Captain Jack Sparrow. Here we see the visual development of Peter Pan back in 1953. Okay, and then I'm going to come over to the next one, which is right here, and you got Peter Pan and Wendy, also back in 1953. As we move our way, then we're getting into the movies. You have Captain Hook's hand there, or Hook, however you want to look at it there, and you've got Wendy's necklace as well. Our next move comes over to Star Wars. Yes, my friends, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, back in 1977, those words introduced the extraordinary theatrical, easy for me to say, vision of George Lucas for a little movie called Star Wars. Those of you who are Star Wars fans, what are these? Come on. If you're into it, you know it's Han Solo's dice. That's right. And then we come over here and the Porg. I think that's how you pronounce it. Chewbacca didn't care for him that much. And that was also, they were on The Last Jedi back in 2017. Then you have BB-8 right there. And of course BB-8, and this is a puppet of BB-8. This one was used in The Force Awakens in 2015, The Last Jedi in 2017, and finally The Rise of Skywalker in 2019. All right, up next I have for you guys is the lightsaber. Oh, what's that behind me? It's a stormtrooper. It is. But first, let's do this. The lightsaber. This lightsaber was used in The Rise of Skywalker, and of course back in 2019, and Rey had this one. So any of you going to Walt Disney World and you want to, build you a, Skywalker lightsaber, this is what it looks like. Full-size Stormtrooper here. And this one was used in 2017 in The Last Jedi. But yeah, full-size. So in here we're looking at the world around us exhibit for Walt Disney. And this is a pretty more extensive, exhibit that's going on here. More than I thought it would. I'll be totally honest. I read that it was going to take up to an hour on one comment. A couple of more said up to 90 if you really take your time. So I'll let you know when we're done how long it took us to get through all of this. And the next thing that you're looking at here is the art of storyboarding. And first developed by Disney in the 1930s as an animation story development technique. Storyboarding presents a sequence of sketches in consecutive order to map out the story and pace of a scene. So as you can see here, that's what we've got going on the storyboard. Also in this room, you guys, is the audio animatronics figures and information like this here. This board was used for audio animatronics in the 1970s through the 90s. Wow. And then when I move over here, you'll see the newer version with the hand. Also, the animatronics. This head, I just want my family to know that this head came from the Hall of Presidents at Walt Disney World Resort. Yes, I think it's got the original teeth of George Washington in it, but still, that's how important the Hall of Presidents are. Wonder if this kid had to go into therapy for the rest of his life. I mean, look at his face, and then look at Mickey and Minnie back in the day. Whoa. It's kind of scary if you ask me. This is at Disneyland when they first opened. And I think we've come to the end as there's Walt and Mickey, and you'll see this same statue at Walt Disney World in front of Cinderella's castle. But we're going to walk through here. And I think we've got, because the reason I say I think we're about done, we've got, we're just getting started and blah, blah, blah. And I come over here, and as we turn the corner, whenever you go to Disney World or any place that has Disney, what are you going to run into at the very end? Yeah, the souvenir shop. Yes, why would anything change here? What do you want from here, kids? They've got it. It's like being at Disney World. Oh boy, as Mickey would say. And there you have it. As we leave the shop with empty-handed, I should say. But yeah, come on and get your Disney stuff.